Wix Studio, one end-to-end web creation platform for your agency to deliver exceptional work with absolute efficiency.
This is you without Collaborator. Invisible, just another seagull. And this is you with Collaborator. Get noticed in the AI era.
Online visibility is not luck, it's a strategy. Combine SEO, digital PR, and content distribution to grow. Visit adz.com to learn more.
So, 2 more talks and it's time for lunch. I'm Sara Vordermeier. I've been working in content since 2017 and in SEO since 2019. I'm part of the team at multi-location marketing platform überall, which, by the way, means everywhere in German. We are everywhere, and we're pretty friendly. One last fun fact about me before I start is this. The last time I gave a presentation under this kind of pressure was back at uni, when I presented my final French speaking exam about the pros and cons of introducing CCTV in French slaughterhouses. So intentionally niche, I knew the examiner would have limited follow-up questions. But today, I found a topic that's not quite so niche. It's a topic that will speak to a lot of you, especially if you're a location marketer. You'll be able to come away with actionable tips and inspiration on how to turn your brand's online presence into real business performance. So, most marketers know how to do their job, in theory. But one of our überall studies revealed that actually only around 3 in 10 location marketers have set KPIs. So more than half of them are most likely not connecting all their everyday efforts into arguably the most important KPI of all, actual revenue. And when you're fighting for customers to keep your revenue strong across your locations, and when you're fighting for that internal buy-in, this statistic has got to change. And I get it, right? It's noisy and confusing out there for all of us marketers. There's AI noise, SEO is dead noise, there's fire your entire marketing team and replace them with AI agents noise. But let's talk about your customers now. We're here talking about all this noise, but your customers might actually find it less noisy out there when they're searching for, I don't know, since we're in Brighton, best fish and chip shops in the area. They're finding quick and easy answers to their local search queries, maybe in the form of a list or a helpful summary. So if you're a location marketer and you're not quite sure which KPI to measure what impacts your long-term success, revenue, across the entire customer journey. And we've been helping clients optimize and monitor their performance across 4 key pillars: visibility, reputation, engagement, and conversion. And this all adds up to what we call location performance optimization, or LPO. And I'll take you through these pillars now, using examples from our clients. So before I give you any tips, I want you to remember that incremental optimizations are powerful. So I'm going to start on the lowest volume setting, when your brand or location is essentially on mute, when you're not really implementing any initiatives in that area. I'm going to finish on the highest volume setting, on an initiative that will be powerful for your brand or location. And along the way, I'll give you concrete examples across each volume setting of how to maximize your performance in that pillar. And I'll give you real examples of things that have really worked for our clients across Europe and the US. So visibility is the first pillar of LPO. It's a metric most of us have measured or tried to measure at some point in our careers. According to Capgemini, 58% of consumers now use AI to discover new products or services. So being visible in AI search on top of traditional search is critical, not only because of this widespread adoption that's only going to continue to grow, but because these searches, they're high intent. So putting your business in the best possible position to be chosen by these high-intent searchers is going to have an inevitable impact on your revenue. Complete, accurate, consistent business listings and mentions across all major networks and platforms has never been more important for multi-location brands. Now, our team at Uber studied where AI systems like ChatGPT pull data when it comes to local search queries. We talk more about this on our blog and podcast, and I'll share the links with you after this talk. But in summary, our team found that AI systems consistently favor specific AI data sources when generating these summaries. Let's start with the mute setting. Conflicting information about your business, so number, name, address, opening hours, may prevent AI systems from referencing you in local query responses, especially if your competitor has all their location data in order. So make sure that you maintain this presence across all relevant platforms. Let's move on to the first volume setting. When it comes to local search queries, our team found that AI systems pull information about local businesses from Apple Maps, Bing Places, Foursquare, and Facebook less frequently unless specifically prompted or when higher priority AI data sources are unavailable. Next volume setting. We have industry-specific directories or your own business website. TripAdvisor, DoorDash, OpenTable, and other delivery apps typically rank as mid-tier AI data sources, especially for local travel, dining, and takeaway-related queries. And your business website and blog also falls into this category. When they're well optimized with useful, structured content and all the relevant schema, AI systems are more likely to reference you in their summaries. So the volume's getting pretty loud at this point. Our team found Yelp to be one of the most influential sources for local food, beauty, retail, and hospitality queries. Yelp rankings, review sentiment, and ratings are often cited in AI systems like ChatGPT, and in some cases, these systems even pull directly from Yelp's best of business lists when customers use these kinds of queries. Finally, the maximum volume setting for visibility. Surprise, surprise, Google is still, for now, the #1 AI data source for local search queries. ChatGPT and most AI tools treat Google business profiles as authoritative sources when retrieving information like business hours, photos, name, number, opening hours. So make sure your Google business profiles are live and well. So whether or not you want to work your way up this list or prioritize Google first, hitting all of these volume settings together is going to really maximize your brand or your location's visibility. Our second LPO pillar is reputation. Reputation takes time to build, and so does good SEO. So we obviously have to talk about reviews here. You see, reviews don't just reveal your local reputation or help you collect customer feedback. They're data signals that really affect how your brand or location appears across AI and traditional search. So we're back on mute. Let's start what it means to have no reviews or no review management strategy. See, you might think that bad reviews are the worst thing for your brand, but they're actually not. Not having enough reviews, enough recent reviews, and not responding to reviews is actually just as bad. Good businesses listen to their customers. They respond to all reviews, ideally within that 72-hour window as recommended by Google. And when one of our Uber clients, a further education provider in Germany, increased their review response rate from 24 to 94%, the number of customers clicking on their directions to visit their locations increased by more than 900%. Next volume setting. Make sure you encourage customers to leave detailed reviews. So, for example, if you can, encourage them to mention specific keywords, products, services, staff names, or in-store experiences. And if you can, encourage them to enhance their reviews with videos or images. This helps AI systems understand how your business is perceived, and it helps customers understand what to expect when visiting you or buying from you. For the next volume setting, one of the most important things I've learned throughout my entire career is that when you lose consistency, you lose credibility. And if you're a brand that's now appearing on all these platforms, brand familiarity through your tone of voice has never been more important. And this applies also when you're responding to your reviews. This last volume setting is kind of the point of reviews in the first place. You see, if you're not delivering a good experience and you're not showing any signs of trying to change this, you're going to really struggle to attract and retain your customers. As marketers, we absolutely should pass on any concrete feedback to our on-site and online teams, especially if they can see that there's recurring themes or topics that are appearing in reviews that will negatively affect your brand's long-term reputation. So, again, start where you see fit. The point is that once you've nailed all of these volume settings together, you're really going to enhance your ability to build your brand's reputation. The more you engage potential customers, the more likely they are to buy into you and from you over your competitors. Engagement is the third pillar of LPO. Now, as a content slop hater, EEAT is the hill I'm willing to die on, and you should be too. For those who don't know, EEAT is a Google concept that really encourages brands to publish content that demonstrates expertise, experience, authority, trustworthiness. Now, mediocre brands are going to really struggle in today's search landscape. They'll essentially be on mute. Why? Because when your brand is more experienced, authoritative, trustworthy, authentic, people are more likely to be mentioning you, talking about you, linking to your website. In other words, engaging with your brand. Next volume setting. Make your about pages powerful, not just pragmatic. So move away from just mentioning where, when, how, why you were founded. On top of that, showcase your team's expertise, their experience, the fact that you've managed to grow your happy customer base across 20+ locations. Anything that gives you authority over your competitors. Now, with user-generated content, I mean really repurposing, resharing what customers are sharing about you online. So whether that's on TikTok, Reddit, social media. If you're a mediocre brand, you're not going to have this engagement. So if you are seeing this, use it to your advantage. You absolutely need to encourage really specific, detailed feedback in your reviews. So why? Well, why just include that you are serving fish and chips? Make sure you include very specific, very descriptive details about what you're serving. So for example, instead of just saying you serve fish and chips, try beer battered cod and chips, sourced locally, served with a side of minty mushy peas, and a dollop of zesty tartar sauce. And this is exactly what our team did in that experiment I mentioned earlier. They added more detailed information about their food, more nutritional information, and they addressed FAQs across a client's website. And this might sound simple, but engagement metrics like the ones you see behind me on the screen, they increased long-term afterwards. So it wasn't just a spike. And the final volume setting is about showing up regularly, relevantly, and being trustworthy as a result. I can't remember what I was going to say, so I'm going to go to the next slide. You hit all of these engagement volume settings together, and you're going to really win the trust of local consumers. Now, care about resonating, because that's how you convert. Conversion is the final pillar of LPO, when you turn discovery into action and revenue. So I'm going to talk about local landing pages here. A local landing page is a page on your business website that contains all of the information about one of your locations. So, for example, your Brighton location. They give you the chance to own your brand's narrative beyond how AI chooses to describe you. So we're back to mute. If you don't have specific location landing pages on your website, you are missing out on A, that key essential AI data source that I mentioned earlier, so from your business website. And B, you won't have that specific URL to send those conversion-ready customers to when they want to visit or buy from you. Remember, your homepage just doesn't cut it at this point. Now, a customer who's convinced that they're going to visit you or buy from you doesn't need brand-level information at this point in time. So send that customer deeper into the buyer journey with location-specific information, like reviews for that specific location, staff names and expertise, special offers, promotions, events at that location, and any information about accessibility that might also be important. And for the next volume setting, your pages still need to send signals of relevance to those customers to convince them to stay longer on your location pages, and also to give AI systems that bit of context that they need. So focus on conversational keywords, more specific keywords, anything that will resonate and give more context for those AI systems. Move away from high search volume keywords. This volume setting is kind of a no-brainer. Include high-quality videos and images on your location landing pages. This just helps customers visualize the experience of buying from you, using your services, visiting you, and they're more likely to convert. And for the highest volume setting, use UTM links, UTM tracking, call tracking, and form fills to really understand how your contributions are leading to conversions like foot traffic, calls, bookings, anything that points to revenue impact. So even if you have one location, hundreds of locations, thousands of locations, the point is that when you hit all of these volume settings together, you're maximizing, strengthening your conversion potential. And it's by focusing effectively on these 4 proven pillars of location performance optimization, this alignment between what humans want and machines need, that you are adjusting, maximizing the volume at which you appear and get chosen in today's search. And we obviously want more than 3 of 10 location marketers to understand how all of their everyday efforts, and I know it's a lot, is contributing to that business impact. So my brilliant colleagues have published a few online LPO courses that will really help you. They're free, they take roughly an hour, and I've left the QR code there for you. I'll share them as well after the talk. So I've shared my slides, summarizing everything I've spoken about today, and also that one slide that I forgot. And follow me on socials, or be social and say hi in person. If you have any questions about LPO, I'm happy to answer them, happy to help. And my purple pals at the Uberall booth will also be happy to help you with anything. And they'll definitely be more than happy to push you into our money machine. Thank you for listening. I hope you enjoy the rest of your Brighton SEO, whether you're hungry or hungover. And thank you for listening.
Wait, before you go, want to stay on track with where search is heading? Download Search Pulse by Reflect Digital today. It's game-changing.
You've got two blind spots, keyword rankings and LLM visibility. Now, most tools solve one, but AccuRanker solves both. See how at booth number 18.
Demand Sphere. Limitless visual insights from the SERPs. Unlimited dashboards and users. Easy to use and easy to scale your growth to new levels.
Monthly reporting making you want to shove sharp things up your nose? Try Dragon Metrics, the all-in-one SEO software with mind-blowing reporting tools.